Hey, how's it going, guys? Vagabond here. I thought I decided to show you guys my Rex collection on Ark Survival Evolved. I've been breeding this Rex line since March of last year. This is my home base. I got my gotcha Gavagers there. That could be for another episode or another time. My grills, Rexes they eat a lot of meat, so I gotta make sure you have a lot of grills and a lot of meat cooking. Um, Up here, my cryopods, my propagators, the incubated eggs. Um, right now, I'm breeding for health. The health stat. So the egg health stat is 166 right now. The weight is 85 on this one, and then 145 melee. That's just the egg stat. But you'll see, as you can see here. As a matter of fact, I got to cryo freeze these guys. It's a 164. So 164 egg stats or health and egg stat. If it's okay, so the egg stats are different than obviously the dino stats. Um, So 164 health is 37,180 health. Like once it's out of the egg, as soon as it's out of the egg, this is no imprinting at all whatsoever. They get a stat boost if they're imprinted, but this is with no imprinting at all. And yeah, so the 145 melee is right here. The 97.8. Obviously, as you can see, I've never put any points into it yet. It's still actually healing from growing up. This is the 164. It's one of my purplish blue ones here. It's a male. I put the different colors off to the side, and I'm really trying to get like a frosty look. But I do like the red and black too. You see here, I got red and black ones here. That's a male, and then this I think they're twins actually. Yeah, T1, T2. These are male. These are 164, 145, 164 health, 145 melee. 250, roughly 250. I think 253 is the highest. Maybe 254 is the highest you want to get. If you get any higher in stats, you actually glitch the dinosaur out, and you can't put any more stats into it, like as they level up. So, like, say a dinosaur levels up, and you get this plus sign. Say, this is all spoiled meat. I got to put more meat into it. You get these plus signs right here. As the dinosaur levels up, you put a skill point into it. But if you have 254, if you have 255 or higher in the egg stat, it will block you from putting any more points into that stat. It's just really weird, but that's just the way the game goes. Um, Let me go ahead and get the. Actually, the Maywings are fine right now. These are Maywings. These are my nannies. They're gonna. They nurse the babies. I just gotta make sure you have food in them. Right now, they don't have any food in them, but they can eat from these troughs. I got food in the troughs, so they're fine. They're not gonna starve. My food I put in the inventory is what they use when they feed the babies. I don't have to worry about that right now. I'm just trying to get these done here. I'm gonna put these colored males 164s. Uh, let's see. I'm making a folder here. Um, Male Rex colors. Okay. Cancel. Double click on this. I put these males here. This purple one. See, that's a red one, and that's the red twin. The other red twin. All right. So we got that. We got eggs. I'm going to be checking my eggs to see. Let me see if I got a drink, and then I got no food on me, but I'm good on food for now. So, got some cryopod from here, or a cryopod or two from here. Yeah, I made a bunch of cryopods. That one doesn't have any cryopods in it. That one's all out too. I need to make my cryopods. Wow. Okay, fine. All right, let's check the eggs first. We're going to be checking the eggs. So I got my new eggs folder here just to kind of keep everything separated. Right? And then I check the eggs here. So I got this male here. That's a 164 white top, white belly, purple stripe. You see the purple or green, greenish gray stripe. the second number on it. I don't really need that one. I got plenty of 164s and that color scheme. That's a 120, so that's a dud. Dud, dud. Nope. We generally want to look for a little I can't point to it, but a little asterisk right here next to the Rex in the propagator for the eggs, which will automatically indicate that there's a mutation in the stats. This one has an oxygen mutation. I don't need that either. We're looking for health mutations. So 164. All right, we got here we go. Here's a 166 female, right? And it's yellow, so it has a. You can see the yellow, the number 4 there. That's the yellow mutation color, and that came with the +2 and the health. So that's 166 health. We want to keep that one. And then the rest of these, wait, nope, that's a 147 melee. We have plenty of 147 in storage. So yeah, generally that's that's no, that's a dud. That's a dud. Generally these are duds. But we kept but one egg at all of them. I've got 6 more propagators to check, so I'm gonna crack those. I'm gonna check the view, the breeding. Some of them can still be bred, so we stop breeding, start breeding again. All right, and then we'll go here. So this has got a 164. So we're gonna try and find some more 166 health Rex eggs. That's a 154. So that the pink number is from the female, the mom's side, and the blue numbers is from the dad's side. That's the way the game is made. That's the way it is. Maternal and paternal stats can pass on. Something like a 55% chance of getting the father's stats and a 55% chance of getting the mother's stats. And then, of course, the same goes for the colors. And the colors can be mixed same as the stats. As you can see, the pink and blue numbers. So that's not a mutation. We're just scrolling through here to see if we get any colors we might need or might like. Let's see. We got there's a female 166 right there, and it's a purple one too, which is cool. And so you can see it has 2 mutations. Now the oxygen we're not too worried about because we're not going to be swimming with Rexes. That's what the oxygen is for. It's like just breathing the water kind of deal. Or I guess out in the space too. I don't know, but definitely under the water because you can see the oxygen tank there. But right above the footprint or the foot icon for speed. So it has 2 mutations at once. Sometimes you can get a double mutation in the same stat, and I've had that happen a couple of times. But we're gonna keep this 166 just because it's a 166. We don't need that one. We're not focusing really on melee unless it's the same. I see that's a stam one. That's pretty good too, but we have plenty of stam. The Rexes don't need that much stam anyway. That's not a stat I'm really worried about right now. I'm trying to get the health and the melee stat up. First the health though, because health is the biggest difference. As far as leveling up goes and everything. So these are all duds. I'm gonna double check that and that one. Okay, see these are also this one will work. Yep. Okay. I know. See, I got a few mutations here, little asterisks, little stars there, but they're not the mutations we need. So I'm gonna crack all these. View this, double check, stop breeding, start breeding, start again. Now, go check this one. New egg. So out of two propagators of roughly 50 Rexes each, 50 females each, I got 2 eggs. That's what happens though. The more dinos you have to breed, the higher chances you're going to get of getting a mutation. Plus, you can see their stats, their mutation stats. For example, see the negative 1 billion or 1 million. I think it's 1 billion mutations, female mutations and male mutations. Well, that's because the older breed was bred so often that it kind of glitched out and the mutations just went over the numbers and under the numbers. But when you get a double negative like that in any game or any server that you hop onto and you get a dinosaur like that, it's not really broken. You just kind of want to consider these as like 0 zeros. Like if you might possibly have a chance of getting a higher chance of getting a mutation by using 2 dinosaurs with the double negatives like that, if you get that high mutations. But let's see. Nope. No, that's not a keeper. That's not a keeper. That's not a keeper. Sometimes I keep the colors. We'll rock with some of the colors if it's a different color scheme. Like that one's like a cold blue and a blue and white with a black stripe. I think that 62 is the black, like a charcoal color. It's a cool color, but its stats are kind of stuck. You know, that's almost all white with a red belly. That's always a pretty cool color. Cool comp. I might keep that for later. Uh, let's see, and it's a male too, which means the color is a little bit easier to. Well, sometimes the colors are easier to pass on. Really depends. Nope, nope. We got a speed mutation there from 66 to 68. But again, there's a weight mutation there. But we are looking for health mutations, and there are none. And there are no 166s. So these are all duds. Gonna destroy all them. Check the breeding on it. Stop the breeding. Restart it. Now we're gonna go over here. And I think there's a 164, 164, 166, and 166. All right. So we're gonna check this one. Get to it. We'll scroll down here. We got, oh, see, that's a purple top, purple bottom, and everything in between is kind of like, you really can't tell a difference in those colors hardly. So you really got to think about this as like, that's a purple Rex. Um, that's dark purple and a light purple, lighter purple on top. That's pretty cool. Let's see. We got, nope, nope. Purple on top and white belly. Those are always, that's a cool color scheme. That is an oxygen mutation we don't need. Speed mutation 68 again. We don't need. I've been seeing 68. This is 68 again. We're not really worried about the Rex speed. 68 speed is actually pretty good anyway. I think it's fixed on this server anyway, so there's no really point in breeding for speed. There's a 103 stand, but I have 103 stands in storage. So I'm not worried about them. I'm going to crack these. Close. Stop breeding. Start breeding again. I gotta check this one. This is a 164 male, I think. But we might get some 166s out of it. That's a speed mutation. I got roughly 350 Rexes to look through, but usually I just kind of, I have the colors I need for them. That's a red and maroonish color. That's pretty cool. I have roughly the colors I need for them. I just kind of skim over to see if I get any new colors. Again, new colors can be done, can be passed on by generations too, and they don't have to be a mutation to pop up. So sometimes you have to double check it. Like that pink, I've seen that pink before. That's number 6 pink. I've seen that before, but it's new in this batch. Like the pink on the top there, 68. Right, that one there is almost all white with brown stripe. Yeah. So these are duds too. We're gonna crack these. View progress. Stop and start breeding again. Now here comes the fun part. He got his 166 males here. So I'm looking here for either 166, which I most likely I'm going to get a lot of them because they are like in the mix. Like the male is 166. They got a 166 female there, all white. That's pretty cool. Um, with like a gray stripe. Now it's a green. That's pretty neat. 166 male green. I'm not really worried about the oxygen stat. Like I said, they're not going to be swimming. They're going to be fighting if that stat even stays like that. Let's see. There's another male 166. What would be granted? So that's a white male with a pink stripe on the top. That's six. The number 6 there is a pink stripe. And I want to say that the gray is the spots. But honestly, the spots on the Rex are almost always gray anyway, with a slight tint to whatever color they are. So it kind of doesn't matter. Um, 166. No, that's a dark color. That's like a bluish color. See that one there? Look at that one. That's crazy. That's like the one up here. I just saw. But instead of yeah, that's only that one there. It's like the same thing. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty neat seeing the colors, the different color schemes. Um, but generally, we want to just keep fetching through or searching through for new mutations. I have enough 166 is in the incubator as well. I'm just I'm really trying to look for keep that one because I've got plenty of blue ones too. That's a 101 stamina. That's pretty decent. Male 166. I'll keep that one. Yeah, that's got a weight mutation, but I don't really need it because I have some Rexes with 85 weight. So if I ever want to bring that back, I'll just throw that in the mix. Uh, yeah. So we can crack these. There were no new mutations. There can still be new from next time. The next batch. That's fine. Check this batch. Maybe we might get some. It's around 66 female. Yeah, I like that color, but I don't want the 160. I like that orangish color, the reddish color there. I do like that color, but I wish it was a 166. The 85 weight though is nice. I think it's good. That's because the male, as you can see, the blue stat, the male is 85, has 85 weight. Um, yeah, there's an 85 weight female right there with a. It's like a icy blue, purple stripe, I think, and like a greenish bottom. I might get that one just. I like the 85 weight. I had that in my old set, my old fighter bot Rexes, but then the weight just kind of disappeared. So, oh, that's a good one too. Let's see. I want to keep the 85. I want to bring the 85 weight back just to see how the mutations can be. This is a different. That's 87. That's a see. So using that male with the 85 weight, I popped up and got a 80 got a weight mutation 87. So I'm going to use that. Take that. Might as well. Why not? 65, 166, 85. That's a level 623. For the 99 stam. See, I want to keep that 99 stam, 25 stam, 38 stam. That's kind of weak. Stamina is how often they can bite, and how long they can run, how often, or how the duration of a running, sprinting without getting tired. Let's see. That's a good one with the weight. Um, hey, there we go. That's decent, but doesn't have the stamina. I don't want that male because with the 25 stamina, but that color is nice though. That's that red color I like. But that's a purple man. 85 weight. Keep that color back in. See, that's a food mutation. We don't want food mutation. We don't really need food mutations. Now, see, that's a decent one. 147 melee. But see, again, that's 25 stamina, so I don't need that. I really don't want that in the mix. You have a high chance of getting the stamina lowered. Yeah. So we're going to crack these. Check the viewing. There's like one that still needs to be bred. So I'm going to stop and start again to reset it. So these are the eggs. These are the eggs I'm going to have. Basically, what I do is I say 164. I don't know why I even kept that one. Honestly, like 23 speed too. That's just nuts. Why did I keep that one? We're gonna crack that one. We don't need that one either. Yeah, see, these we don't need. I could. I'll hatch this one just to show you what the babies look like. This is gonna be like a gray with a white bottom. I'm not sure what the stripe's gonna be, but you'll see what I'm talking about. This is going to be a 166, 103, 145 is what I'm going to do. So name it. Yeah, that's that. I'll turn the gamma up so you can see it better. Yeah, so it's a grayish top, like a purple stripe going on the back, and then white on the bottom. That's not bad. What do you say? 166, 103, 145. Right? And so again, what it says, the 166, it's born with straight out of the egg, no imprinting, 37,620 health. That's pretty nice. When I first started breeding these Rexes, it took all the points, the stat points I could get from it, from leveling up, to get to that level, which means it was like 80 something levels just to get that level. And now it's like, now it's born with that, and I get another 80 something levels to put points into it. So it's pretty neat. This one's cool. It is a 164, but I do like the colors. It's a 164. It's a 166, 147. I'm gonna hatch that one. Show you what. So a lot of people will get like upset about it because of the, you know, the scheme, the color scheme of it all and everything. But I like it because it's easier to see if you lose it out in the wild. Or the dragon fight. The dragon fight is completely dark, and there's a lot of fire and stuff. So as you can see, the glare just from the lights and the fire from that is glaring off of the white, and it's like an orangish color, so it lights up. So when you're riding these things in the boss fight, and you're trying to whistle them to go and fight the dragon when it lands and all that stuff, you can see where they are. You don't have to be like, where'd it go? Where does one go? You know, it's like it's just a strategy of it, and also it is a rare color scheme because if you look at the color wheel of it all, so it's 166, right? Yeah, 166, 145. Or is it 147? I think it's 147. Nope. Yeah, it's 147. So 145 was 978 melee. 166, 145 is yeah. So it's 166, 147. See the 978 melee percentage. And this is 990, so that's 2 points more. So that's 147. So I named it right. Cool. But yeah, that's the color scheme for that. I probably crack the rest of these. Yeah, I'll crack the rest of these. I can put these eggs in here. That one for all red and white. That one for the stats. That one for the 85 weight stats. That one for the 85 weight in the purple. That one for the green and the 166. And then I can just throw the rest in there. All these new colors are going to be nice too in the mix. You'll see a different kind of, that's 87 weight. We'll want that one. With the 68 speed. And then we'll throw one more in here. Incubators can only hold 10 eggs at a time. All right, so here's the gist of it now. These are the males I had from the last batch. Let me hatch the red one. I'll show you what I'm talking about when I say I like the red. 166, 145 is the stats. This is red. So that is sick. I think that's a sick color scheme. That is, if I turn the gamma down, you can see it's like a fiery lava red type color, and it has the white stripe down the back, which is really cool. I like that color. So it's 166, 145, red male. Yeah, that's great. And that would be great if it was twins, but it's fun. Sometimes I got in triplets, but yeah, that's good deal. Good deal. Let's see, we're gonna do this. Where's that? We don't need this one because we have the 66 and we have those eggs incubating. I really don't like that. I like I do like the oxygen up somewhat because I don't know how it's going to affect this. Like breeding during the firefight, the dragon fights and stuff like that. So I'm gonna have to hatch, crack this one. Crack this one. I'll hatch this one. This is a 166, 145 male. Oh, that's really, really bright. That one's even brighter than the other one I showed you. 45. Look at that. And then we'll go 166, 145. Let's see what the pink is on this one because it has a pink. I just know where it is. 166, 145 male. Yeah, so what I was thinking about earlier about the spots, if you look at it, that pink color, just those spots. So it really doesn't matter what color the spots are. You can barely see the difference because they're always grayed out. But yeah, that's it. So I need to get. I'm basically more worried about getting these males knocked out. This is more males I get, I can breed the females. I do like that one because of the 85 weight, and that one for the 85 weight. There's 85 weight there, and that's a female with a new mutation of 166. So, oh, now I'm gonna drop that melees in the mix. The 166, 85, 147. What am I doing with that one? Where is it? There we go. So we're gonna do 166, 85. I know what the 85 stands for, and 147. So, yeah, I normally I put like a W and an H for health and W for weight and an M for melee. But I know these numbers so well that I'm just not going to worry about that right now. 166, 85, 145. See, that's that blue I was talking about right here. Nice color blue. 85, 145. I like to put that kind of blue in the mix and see how that runs. And then I'll do this one is what this is a red and purple, so it's gonna be a red top and a purple belly. 166, 85, 145. So that's that one. So you see, you got the red on the top and you got the purple on the belly. That's that one. So we'll do 166, 85, 145. And I usually do like red purple, like RP and red purple for colors. Just to kind of, I mean, you can still see the colors when they're in the cryopods, but that's that. And normally I would just, what I really need to do before I do any of that is I gotta go here. I forgot. Up through here. I gotta grab my. This is a transmitter, but I use it for storage when I go between maps. Where'd it go? Oh, okay. I need my transmitter. So I'm gonna hit this. Click on this. It'll transport my anything from the aggregator. Raw meat. It'll go raw meat, and it'll go May wings. I'll put all my raw meat into my May wings. And then while I'm here, I might as well do this and go aggregator raw mutton and put that in my grill. And then do this, and I go grill cooked and shot meat, whatever, and then I go scroll down to tech trough and transfer. And take care of that real quick. Last but not least, I got my May wings turned on. They're already filled up with food. See, that's all the food that I put into them. That's more than enough, way more than enough. I just like to keep it overstuffed in case, whatever. And I just throw out the babies. And then I set them to passive. I set them to ignore whistles and passive. In case I go out there and go hunting for new colors, new Rexes, or just different dinosaurs, I don't have to worry about these guys running around the base trying to get to me to protect me. Because they'll do that. They'll be like, "Mama, mama, mama," you know. We don't want that. So we set them all to passive. They're not really going to get attacked by anything inside the base, so we don't have to worry about them protecting themselves. I throw them out here. Passive. Then I go here. So the Maywings, they'll nurse things pretty far. It's a nursing range of 1570, which I don't know the full math of that. I'm not going to do the math. And these are my new babies. Seems like, there we go. That was cool colors though. I like those colors. Nice and bright. You can see those in certain boss fights. You see them pretty well. We got these at 47%. By another 8 minutes, I'm not going to make y'all wait for that. But let's wait for them to get rid of the hatch. We got some more eggs here. Let's see if we got any mutations real quick. Only a couple extra eggs. Nope. So destroy those. Check these. I got a few here. I don't think we got any mutations. I don't see any asterisks for mutations. I can take that one. 166. I can take that one. I can crack the rest. The rest of them I can save for later. This here, and these eggs there, and that's it. That's the gist of it, guys. You just wait for them to or incubate. Do what I just did. Wait for them to breed. They got a 45 recovering, 51 recovering, 51 recovering, 51 recovering, 54 recovering, and I got 46 and I got 48 here. So got a lot. That's my breeding Rexes. Apparently the highest stat on my server right now is 176, I was told, but it's also a retired breed, which means like the player doesn't really play anymore. It's just kind of put in storage for them in case they ever returned and came back to play the game. They'd be there for them. So yeah, I'm currently 10 points away from the top regular Rexes on the server, which is kind of cool, kind of fun. Everyone has goals, different goals, different achievements they want to achieve in certain games, and this has been one of them. Plus, it's kind of fun fighting them in boss fights, beating your time, how long it takes you to beat a boss. But thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and tune in next time.